Hi, Jenny here again, and the subject is again rhubarb. I just realised another thing that could be worth talking about, and people ask us quite often about this with oxalic acid in rhubarb. Some of the old varieties of rhubarb have this kind of acid in them, which is really not that healthy for us, and we have to watch out that we don't eat too much of it. There are new varieties, and these ones included, that just don't have that much of this oxalic acid. They're bred in that way to make it safer. So all of these plants here I planted from seed quite a few years ago. I've given away a lot, but I still have a lot left. I think the variety is Glaskins. I can't really remember, but it's a variety with a low level of oxalic acid, which makes it safe, and we don't have to think about that. So here in this rhubarb bed, I'm mulching with these leaves, as we talked about, and also with big amounts of this, it's called silage, ensilage in Swedish. Silage, it's basically just straw. It's failed fermentation barrels for animal feed, but I get some from the local farmer every year in big white bales, and push it under the plants. It stops the weed growing, it manages the moisture, but it also just helps the plants to have a good life. Bokashi, can you dig it down into rhubarb or not? Yeah, sure. If you have some bokashi that you want to put in, you can. This is a perennial, so it's not that easy to prepare the soil, but every now and then you can just go in and dig a little bit around the outside. The root zone is not that enormous, so if you go down into the outside areas of the rhubarb and make small trenches, you can just push in some bokashi now and then. Do that in the early part of the year, like not in the autumn. Do it in the spring and the summer. It's the right time to feed the rhubarb, not later than that. Behind me here I have a raspberry hedge. It doesn't look that flash because I don't really look after it very well, but we get more than enough raspberries off it, so it's okay. It's a good windbreak, and it stops the moose coming into the garden actually. So I'll talk more about that in another session. But yes, feed your rhubarb with bokashi in the first part of the year. Mulch it with anything you can find. And don't worry about the oxalic acid if you've got new varieties, but otherwise check out which varieties you've got and take care of that one.